And as they mocked him, they're going to mock you. Because you think about Peter, when he's cutting people's ears off in the garden, going like, I've seen this dude raise the dead. I am boasted in my pride. As long as I'm with him, I can do anything. Then he saw him on the cross. He's like, I don't know you. I don't know him. Nicole and I researched that pretty deeply one time. And just the audacity of Peter in that time, the very last declaration that Peter made when he said, hey, look, I don't know that guy. It was the relative of the guy he cut the ear off of going, didn't I see you in the garden this morning? Didn't I see you with him like earlier today? And you can imagine the guy that got his ear cut off going, that's him, cuz. I know that's him. And he's going, you cut his ear off. No way, man. I don't know that cat. But while Christ is standing there with him, he raised Lazarus from the dead. How many people did he raise from the dead? How many miracles did he do in Capernaum? I mean, we've got to think about Peter watching these people dig a hole through a roof because they can't get to him to lower down a paralytic. And then while this is happening, he's rebuking the church leaders of the day that don't have enough faith. Look, I can perceive what you're saying, but which is greater, to forgive the sin or to heal him? But just to show you I can do both because I am he. Stand up, pick up your mat and walk. Like Peter saw all that and still went, But remember what Christ said to him. He said, look, this is what this is what he's talking about with the fall, okay? This is where Christians trip up a lot, is that we don't believe that the fall applies to us, okay? But even when Christ is preparing Peter for, let's just say, the day of Pentecost, when he's preparing him for everything that he will do, he's there and he's in the upper room and he looks at Peter. Peter's already said, hey, you ain't washing my feet. I know. I've eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I know you're better than me. And he says, Jesus says, if you don't let me wash your feet, you got no part in me. He was like, well, then wash my whole body. He said, I didn't say that. Listen to the Lord. The Lord is showing you that you will need to go and do ministry, and that the least shall be first, and that the servant is not better than the master, and the master is about to wash your feet to show you, not for any other reason, but to show you how to do ministry, right? And so Peter's got this argumentative tone, and he doesn't even know it. He thinks he's glorifying God, and sometimes we do too. We get an argumentative tone with God thinking we know what's right. But what does he say? He said, look, the devil has demanded permission to sift you like wheat. He said, but I have prayed to the Father. And you know he does. You read John chapter 17, you're going to know. I have prayed to the Father that your faith would not fail. And when you return, Peter, strengthen your brothers. The purpose in the fallen world is that you are subject to the fall. And you're going to think you got it right all the way up to the place where you're going to have your Pentecost. And then Paul might even have to come along and call you a hypocrite, because that's what happened to Peter. He's like, look, I'm sick of y'all saying this physical circumcision. It's a spiritual circumcision that counts. And he's like, look, but if you want to do it, go ahead. And what does Paul say? Hey, hypocrite, you know better than that. Don't even agree a little bit. He's like, he's right. They didn't argue. They didn't quarrel. Sometimes we have to do that to each other, right? We have to admonish each other about the fall. This is our hope in Christ, that we would speak a heavenly language to one another and not take offense to it.